So this is the exercise. Some of you might have already finished that or are almost done with it. I just would like to use it as some sort of a, as I told you, some sort of a review. And let's have a look at these requirements. I'm going also to show you. Let me maybe activate this when enable. Oh, is it okay? It is. Maybe let me put it there so it will not disturb me if I need to use anything from there. Do I need? Or maybe just put it back there. I don't need anything from here. So why I have put this, because in some cases I'm using Control S without me thinking about it, and I'd like, you know, Control S what it does. It saves, right? So sometimes I'm doing that so quickly I don't even think about it, and this is some sort of a reflex that I would like you also to have, just in case sometimes you do something wrong, or maybe something wrong happens to the computer and then it shuts down and restarts, or something, there's no electricity, something like that. So at least you save your work somehow. Every time you do something, I'm going to hit Control S from time to time, so just so you can see it, and I'm just doing that. Alright, so let's go back with this one. Well, we know the slides, layouts, different type of slides, and then we've seen some how to do these word art, right? And let's do it together. I mean, this exercise is using a template which is coming from a very old version. I don't know if it's very old, but it's an old version of PowerPoint. So I'm not expecting you to have exactly the same one, but so you choose something which makes sense to you, that looks good. It's okay, it will be fine. So in the first slide we would like to be inserting this word art, and that will be my project, and the title is my project, and then in the text, this is the text that I would like to be seen here, plus this insert this clip art idea. So I'm going just to type the idea as as the keyword to search for. So let's start with that. So this is my project. I'm going to copy and paste as much as I can and make this a word art. How to make this a word art? Remind me. I need to do what? First of all, I need to select, because if I don't select, I'm not going to be able to see this format over there. And it's better when you select the whole thing by just clicking on this boundaries, the boundaries of this object. And then I go to Format, and this is the word art styles. I can click on this button over there, which will allow me to do some changes from here, but normally I can do some changes from here, but this is some more advanced thing that I might be using to tweak or to change what I can choose from here. The advantage of using this one is that you can see right away the result of that. So if I'd like to see something that looks like this, maybe, I don't know, let's try to, maybe this one looks okay, and maybe I can just use some text transformation that will look something, I don't know, how does it look? Something that is going to be like, let's try to find a way on. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. It doesn't matter if it's not actually the same. Something like this, for example, or maybe like that. Of course, you can change this to make it suitable to you, anyways. And okay, then I'm happy with that. So that's okay. The other part is about inserting all those texts. And actually those texts are some hyperlinks that are going to be taking me to the other slides. So what I need to be doing first, I'm going just to put the text first. Okay, so I'm putting the text, and as you can see, the text doesn't let's just keep only the text. So when I copy and paste only the text only, it doesn't bring any format with that. So okay, this is how it looks like. I'm not going to be changing the style or doing lot of things, because actually when I use the design and use some predefined styles, I can then see everything is going to apply. The style is going to change how it looks and the colors, and so I will then later on change the way I would like it to be. So maybe let me select this style over there. If I'd like to make it this type of colors, I can come back here and then maybe choose something different. Okay, what about this? And yeah, looks okay. This is the part where I need to insert the hyperlinks, but the problem is that I don't have the slide 2, 3 and 4. So let's add those slides, and then I need to go back and create those links. So let's save, and let's put it in here, CS002, PowerPoint, and let's override this one. Okay, I'm going to go through some the same process of adding the title and the text. I'm just going to select only to keep the text only, so it is going to show me only the text. That's fine. If I'd like to resize those, I can always resize those, for example, to, yes?
How to add two texts?
How to add like two sides. I like to have like two type of contents. I'm canceling. How to add that is when you go to this new, instead of clicking of this button over here, which adds you this like standard. Now it's adding the previous one. The two content over here. You click on this button over there, and then there's two contents. The by default actually it's show. This is the one by default that is always shown, and I can always change the layout of whatever I chose to something that I like. For example, this one has two. I can change it back to the when I have only one content, and that's gone. Okay, so it just shows me how to. You can always go from this layout and you change it to whatever you want it to be. And actually, you know what? I can also do it this way. I might just maybe shorten this a bit, and then I can insert whatever I'd like to insert. In this case, clip art. I can do it myself from here. And we would like to insert a movie clip. And that movie clip from men, actually you need to go back here and select only videos, so you can see only the videos. If you select all of them, if you click on this, you're going to see some videos plus the pictures. But nevertheless, this is what we want. So let's select this one and make it a bit bigger. And that's it. Looks similar. We would like to enter now action button home to slide 1. Okay, so what is this? This is the action button. Okay, this is the first thing new that we're seeing, which is how to insert that action button. Actually, there are two ways of doing that. Let me show you the one way when you have more flexibility, and then I'm going to show you some other way, which comes like a simplified version of the first way. So the easier way, the more advanced or more free way, because you can choose whatever picture you'd like to use as one. Is just as you said, like home, select like type home, and then you can have a lot of different pictures, whatever of different homes that you can have. Let's say, I don't know. So you can have anyways a lot of different pictures. I'd like this one. I'm going to select that one, and it's already small enough for me. That's fine. So I'm going to select this one. Now that I have this, I need to link it to the first slide by going to insert hyperlink. Okay, you know this one, but you don't know this action. Let me show you the action, because the action is probably something that you haven't tried yet. In the action, I can choose that when I click on the mouse, what should happen? I would like to run a program, like I can run Word, for example, or Internet Explorer if I like to do some other action. If I'd like to do some other action, play sound, highlight, click, whatever. Let me just go back to what I need. Is just a hyperlink to next slide? No, but there's something that tells me first slide, and this is what I'd like to be doing. So now this is some sort of a customized way to go to the first slide. Let's save this and go for testing. So now if I click, you see if I put my mouse over it, the cursor changes, and if I click on it, it takes me back to the first one. So that's the idea behind that. Okay, and you've seen the big movie again. So I clicked on this one, I selected that, and then I click on the action. And then from the action, select hyperlink to, and you select where this button, if you click, I mean this image, this picture, if you click on it, where is it going to take you? You can do even something like this, which is finish the presentation, end the show. So if I click on this button over here, I mean this is not a button, I mean if I click on this icon there, it is going to stop the presentation and not continue further. I have like 2-3 pages now, but if I click on this one, it just closes the presentation. So it does, this is what the main advantage that I have from this action. So if you click on it, you can just select some type of so this is what I want, the first slide. So I told you there are two ways. This is the first one. You select this and then you select either hyperlink or action. I'm going to select a hyperlink later on so you can see the differences. But let me show you another easy way to insert that. Something similar to this, which is coming from shapes. If you insert in shapes, you see at the last thing over here, you have something that says action buttons. And then you have a lot of different action buttons, and among them, one that looks like some sort of a home. If I put my mouse over it, I see action button home. There's some other things like information, return, movie, whatever. You have a lot of different things. So I need to have like this home. Click on this one, draw it somewhere you want it to be seen, and it shows you right away the action window with the hyperlink selected and the first slide already selected. So this is just like some sort of a shortcut to whatever we did like earlier. Yeah, if you'd like to apply to all the slides, you can go to the slide master. That I don't want to, this is out of the scope of what I would like to be talking about. So this is the way. The thing is that in this way you don't control the picture that you are using. There's a picture that is selected for you and it is fine, it is working. If you'd like to have something more customizable, then you go for the first method where you select the picture that you would like to be using, and then you go for this action that you would like to be taking. So that's the thing. So both of these are going to be doing the same thing. Alright, any questions? Okay, next time I'm not going to be using this action. I'm going to show you how to use this hyperlink, which is actually basically very similar. But anyway, let's continue and move on. So the slide number 2, that's done. And let's go for this. Did I finish the slide number 1 with an idea? Oh, I didn't add this clip art idea. So let's add this clip art. And yeah, clip art, come back here. Idea, enter, and this is the idea. And let's put it somewhere, here for example. Okay, slide number 3. In slide number 3 it seems to be something like a table, and this is like the title for that. So the table has 3 columns and 4 rows, so let's put the title and create the table from 3 columns, 4 rows. Well, just click on this button over there. You insert table, you click on it, and then have 3 columns, 4 rows, and click OK. Now it's drawing that table with this predefined style. You can change the style if you wish, or maybe the whole design for this, the whole slides. So the colors are going to be changed anyway. So I'm happy with what I have. So let's keep it like that. And these are the things that I would like to be seeing, like resources, time, and then the rest. So let me copy this. Resources and then time. Sometimes it's faster to type rather than just relying on. So 5 hours, 5 hours, and then 10 hours. So I'm going to be doing something like, no, Microsoft Word is here. 5 hours. Copy and paste, and this is 10. Sorry. And this is logbook. Basically, I just would like to have something that looks like this. Okay, logbook, and then what is the other one? Gantt chart and background information. Okay, so maybe select it from here. It might be easier. Background information, and then we have MS Project from here and Internet. So copy this, type that. Sorry? Library. Insert library. Okay, thank you. Now I need to be adding this action button again. Well, let's use the same thing. I'm just showing you again that you can do the same thing with the action button. I'm not going to go for the easier way to do it with this shape. Okay, we know how to do it this way. Let's do it with another clip of a home. Normally you should be consistent. I mean, if you're using the same link that takes you, you should use the same icon that takes you to the same slide, just to be more consistent in your presentation. So I'm going to use this one again. And this time let's insert a hyperlink. And you can see in the hyperlink actually you have some different choices. I don't have, actually I can have the same thing that I have in the other one, in the action, except that I cannot end a slideshow presentation. So for example, I can go to the first slide within the placing within this document, so I can select the first slide or any other slides that I like to go, but I cannot just, for example, close in the slideshow. I can also, the advantage of this one is I can send an email if I want to. If I click something, send an email to that email address with that text and everything, so I can do that as well, which is not available in the actions. So the actions, some things are available on that are not in the hyperlink, and the hyperlink, some things are available that are not in the action. But many things are in common, and so that's it. So that's the story about this hyperlink. It's not something really a big deal. It's something similar. So that's done with this slide number 3. Let's go for slide number 4, which has this as a title, and then in slide number 4 it has this type of hierarchy organizational chart. So let's go for that. So if I'd like to insert that, I need to go, and I don't want to do this manually, but what's the best way for me to insert that? Smart art. In the smart art, which one might be more suitable? Actually, you can try to look from this list right there, but maybe you can select first what type of chart, I mean graphic you would like to see. So I would like to see something like this, that's some sort of hierarchy, and then maybe this is closest to what I need to have. And I click OK. I don't want to see this one, so I can delete it. Or maybe I can do something else. I can move it down. Did move down. Oh. Why didn't it move down? Well, because no, it's not about lagging. Because actually this is some special one. This is not part of, this is not the boss, nor this is like the subordinate. It's some sort of an assistant of a boss. So that's why the assistant, they put it something like on the side like this, between the two levels. He's not at the level of the boss, he's not at the same level of the subordinates, so he's in between. That's why if I try to move it down, it seems like this is not working. But what happens if I do this? Now it went way further. So anyway, this is not helping. I don't want to do this. Yeah, and how to delete it? Actually, this is interesting because you cannot right click and delete it. But you can cut and never paste. So that's one way. Okay, the other thing is that I want more than 3. I need 2 more. So in order to add those 2, I should copy and then paste. Paste. Well, there's a lot of different type of pastes. Yeah, and it seems to be, oh, yeah, you can paste. That's one way. That's one easy way to do it. There's another way. I can just right click on one of them and then add shape, either from here or there, the same thing. And then what do I want? Is it after, before, above, below? Add assistant. You notice that this add assistant? So I'd like it to be like, say, after. So what do you need? You need another one? I don't understand what you need. I need 5 and I have 5. I think that's enough. Yeah. So let's go back here and then put the text. So do I have the text in here? Yes, top sale advanced section. So I'm going to paste it there. Can I? Interesting. It doesn't want to paste, probably because this is something. Okay. Anyway, let's type it advanced. It was advanced section. This is advanced section. The other one, is it not copyable? Teacher. All right. Teacher. No. And then books. Then internet workshop CD-ROM. Okay, internet workshop. There's no text. How to insert the text? Right click, edit text. So sometimes if you don't have the text there, you cannot insert it. So this is how you do it. Edit text. Okay, right click, edit text, and then you said workshop. The last one is CD-ROM. Okay, good. I can make it bigger if I want it to take more space. Anyway. Okay, there's another way if I'd like to do some other things. If I'd like to see and change the things over there, I can just come it from here. I can do it from there as well. I can just change the text if I would like to, or maybe change the order if I can. Is it? Can I? Probably with cutting and pasting. Promote, demote, move up. I can play with those. Okay, so that's about this slide number 4. Do I need to have another? Yes, I need to have another button. Well, if I'm lazy to go through the same thing, let's just copy and paste. And now it's when I'm pasting, I'm also pasting the action. So if I go back here, sorry, where's the insert? And the action, it's the first slide. If I go to the hyperlinks, it takes me also to the first slide. It's the same thing. Thank you for that wonderful motivational sound. Okay, let's go back to the last one, which is evaluate project. And we would like to insert, a chart. What type of chart is this? Bar chart, right? So I click on OK, but then it takes me to Excel. Let's close this because I'd like to see this quite bigger so I can compare those. Okay, what do you think about this? Now, how or where am I going to put this introduction, background information, and this research conclusion? Is it going to be in the categories or in the series? Well, first of all, I can see that introduction is somewhere here. And if I go back to there, it says, oh, this is series 1. So if I'd like to change this to information, this is what I should be changing. Okay? So I need this for introduction. MashaAllah. I just need one small thing. Now it's big enough to do. Anyway, let's make it. Let's cancel. Control Z. Thank you. And let's make it smaller. Okay, the other one is background information. Then this background information is going to be the series 2. Okay. And the third one is, what was it? Research and conclusion. Okay, I have research. Okay, but I don't have space for conclusion. I need to expand it a bit. Okay, conclusion. Okay, now I have those ones over there. Okay, I don't need those values. Do I need to have these categories? What I need to have in the bottom? Do I have something else? I only have sections, so I don't need those. So if I don't need those, I can later on with this layout I'm going to show it to you to add these labels for the axis. But for now, let's put the values. So what are the values? We have 75, 45, 56, 80. Let's test your memory. 75, 45, 56, 80. MashaAllah. But look, all of those now, if I put them there, they are on introduction. While if you look here, on introduction we have only this, and then this background, the second one, and then the research for the third one. So how to do that? Make it horizontal. So let's put 45, 56, and 80, and delete those. Well, that's nice. We're almost there.
Enter only one category.
But it's into one category.
Yeah, enter only one category.
Sorry?
75.
Well, that blue line, let's shorten it.
Yep.
That's nice. But it doesn't look exactly like this. Right? But that's okay. Honestly, this is fine. But if I'd like it to look like here, let me show you a small trick. Instead of having this there, let's put it here. And this one on another different category. And this one on a completely different category. So now, I'm going to close. Well, it doesn't seem like what I wanted. Click on Edit Data. What happened? These are. Sorry? The column A. Well, the column A is for the they were the categories. If like they were category 1 or I meant category 2. So this cat 1 and so on. So if these were the categories, this is why the A is used for that. But these are. I don't need to have something. Sorry. Press enter in 45. Well, this is the wonders and beauties of probably PowerPoint on Microsoft. Yeah, this is the beauties of Microsoft.
Okay, why don't you put an introduction background research conclusion starting from A?
Sorry?
Take introduction, background research and conclusion and start from A, not from B.
Like this, 75. But the 75 is not going to be part of this value.
You take the
the word introduction.
The word and all this. Okay, sorry, I didn't get it right. So you want me to just delete this, for example. So now this is creating a problem because actually for the PowerPoint, this first column is used for the values that are going to be displayed under there. So we are going to be keeping that. Let's try now. No, it is not working. So honestly, this is the beauty of Microsoft. I'm going to blame Microsoft because this has nothing to do with what it should be. Let me show you something. If I just retry now, with just deleting this and making it bigger with those info, I'm going to change those info later on. Check what is going to happen if I put like this. Remember it was 75, 45, 56, 80. See? It has nothing to do with what we did. It's just my PowerPoint had some issues with Excel. And anyways, this is some sort of a bug that they had. So if something happens to you as well, what you should do, delete, restart, and don't lose a lot of time because this is going to take you a lot of time to try to fix. And sometimes I've seen you in the quiz or in the midterm, and then you're struggling. We have a problem, we cannot fix it, but you insist. I want to keep going. Just try to delete and start again. Sometimes it's faster than try to fix something which is not really good. So this is background information probably. Introduction, okay, background information. Okay, let me go back to introduction. And it was research and conclusion. All right. So now you see it looks something similar to what we did. Did you notice that we cannot save in Excel? We can't. If you see, there's no way because it's disabled. Because it's actually when you close it, it's going to save by default. You don't have to save it because this is under hidden behind the PowerPoint. The last part is about adding another button, if I remember correctly. Yes, action button. Okay, so now we're ready to go back to the first slide and make some links over there. Okay, I don't like the way they look here. I'm just going to make them a bit bigger, maybe, and then put them onto the left. Maybe, yeah, something like this, for example, and change the text a little bit to something bigger than that, and maybe change the color, yes, to something. Let's make it black like that, and that's fine. Okay, and now let's put the links. I can put the links either from the hyperlink by going to place in this document and then selecting where I would like to go. So probably selecting this should go to slide number 2, or do the same, but this time with action. Actually, the same thing. I can select a different slide by going to slide, and then I can select which slide I would like to go to. So either ways, they are I mean, possible. But as you have noticed, this is faster using this way, right? So I don't have to. Maybe I made a mistake somewhere. This should be to what task do I need? So let's go back here. So
3.
what task? Okay. What about this one? You should go to where to obtain. No.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's something wrong. There's something extra. Yeah. What is extra? How much time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, there's something was missing.
The size of the font.
No, I mean there's a link. This is 2, 3, 4. I have 4 links and I have 5 texts. So if you notice, this is some sort of a mistake. This was added. We don't need that one. Let's just delete this one and obtain necessary information. Hyperlink. This is going there, and the last one is going here. Now the last thing is just to add some custom transitions and maybe add some well, it's whatever, it's, I don't know, the push, keep it simple, and then apply to all, and go for the animations. Well, for the animations you can do whatever you want. Let's select this one, for example. We don't have to do any of that, but just it's interesting. Go back to its place, whatever. I can customize that to, okay, this is where to go, something like this, and then maybe, yeah, make it bigger so it can play much. Okay. So, well, let's see how it looks. Well, that's not bad. Just a bit disturbing. This is not something that I advise you to do in your presentations, because people are going just to forget what you're talking about and just watch that man over there, yeah, trying to fool you. So anyways, let's just add some different animations. I don't want them to have like on click just with the previous, because as soon as one I just would like, as soon as one animation finishes, the other one starts. And for example, the same thing when I'm going to leave, or maybe something like that. The same thing again, with not with click, with the previous or after previous.
How do I make the get file loop?
What do you want to do with that file?
The movie clip, the get file. How do I make it loop?
Loop? Well, keep repeating. Well, that's a good point. I don't know. Probably in the properties, if there is a property. Well, you see, for a GIF file, I don't know if there's something that is specific for PowerPoint to deal with it. It seems there's nothing that tells us how to allow us to control how many times it is looping. I don't see something that allows me to do that. Position text, no. It seems like if you'd like it to keep it looping, I don't know, we can do something else. Let's go for format and see if we can do something from there. Picture layout, picture borders. It doesn't seem to be something that we can do from there. Picture layout. No, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. I don't think so, but you know, just in case I'm saying I don't know. Okay, so let's add another animation. I mean, those animations are not needed, but just to. It's interesting to have some. Don't add a lot of animations, because if you do a lot of them, then it is going to be more problematic later on. Okay, let's say after, and maybe go for this effect, and both become smaller, larger, huge. Okay, make it smaller, and then yeah, whatever. So this is that's all about it. I mean, you remember the difference between those two those animations, right? You can always click animation pane to have, if you would like to have more animations, and then order them. I'd like to start with this, for example, and not on click after previous, and then I'd like to have this one over there, and let's just insert and with the zoom actually after the previous and after a delay of whatever. So you can see that the time in terms of seconds, how this is going to consume before you can see it. You can add another one if you'd like to add another effect. I mean, in this one you can add different type of effects. I mean, is it one by one that are going to be showing, or so in the effect options you can do a lot of different things. So anyways, so that's the point of this exercise, is to get back to mainly the new thing is about the hyperlink. So this is quite the new thing that we've seen. Remember something that we've seen previously, when we would like to set up a slideshow, that means something that is going to be continuously running without finishing. You just need to click on this setup slideshow and click on loop continuously. But since if you do this, you have to go back to your transitions and make sure that this is not after a mouse click, but maybe after a specific time of seconds. So you specify your number of seconds, and then don't forget to apply to all. Then this is going to, let me make it shorter so we can see it. I mean, apply to all. So now if you run your presentation, it is going to endlessly loop. This is the last one, and then it's going back to the first one and keep going. So that's the main idea. Okay. So that's some sort of a summary or review for the PowerPoint. Do you have any questions? Yes?
Can you use the links?
No. If in the well, because of the timing that I did, it will not allow me to. But if you have plenty of time, yes. The short answer is yes, but just watch your timing. Because when you put a timing which is short, then it is going to go back to the next one. But like this, for example, I have 15 seconds. Oh, I forgot to apply to all. Let's apply to all. And then if I have those 15 seconds, now yes, if I click on those links, they are going to take me back to the first one, take it to the first one, go back home, and then second one, and then go back home. So the links are working, but if I don't do anything, it is going to be looping endlessly. If I don't do anything, now it is going to wait for those 15 seconds and then do whatever it needs to be doing. So the short answer is yes, it is working.